coded song. What is up, everybody? It's me, Electron423, Skateboy1. Today we are streaming again. I'm wearing my Air Force PT shirt today. Once again, we got Space Dog playing. We're gonna chill. We're gonna watch some YouTube videos. Bro thinks he has the Force. So yeah, today we're just gonna study for my promotion test that comes up in 2 weeks. Oh. Come on, get up here. Get up here, little fuck. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Yes. This is Judah. He's I don't know, 6 months old. I can't remember. Ezekiel, get over here. That's just Ezekiel's his dad. Bitch! Pepper. You're too lazy, aren't you? No, you're actually gonna come to me? Come here. This is Pepper. That's his mama. And right there, Ezekiel, come here. This is his daddy. Isn't that right? The fam. Pepper's Pepper. Pepper. Get in frame. Pepper. Stop scratching. All full-blood German Shepherds. He still doesn't understand that you're not supposed to bite hands. Yeah. So, yeah, he's a little shit sometimes. Yes, you're my little shit, aren't you? Get up here, come on. Get up here. Get over here. Ow! Hi, buddy. Ezekiel, he gets jealous. Judah. Hey, Judah. Why are you being so lovely today? You always just bite my you just always bite my fingers. Oh my god. Well, I guess you are still doing that, but no bite. No bite. Good boy. Hey! Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I ain't no bite the air. Who's a good boy? Hey, no bite. Oh. So this little fuck is Judah, and his name was gonna be Jax, because he was supposed to get adopted, but then he got injured, so they didn't want him. So now he's mine. So we renamed him Judah because we had a Jax, but he died of cancer. So this one's name is Judah. Ain't that Judah? Yes. actually, Ezekiel's name is supposed to be Haru. His name was Haru when we got him like a year ago. Haru, come here, Haru. See, he still kind of remembers it. Ezekiel. And Pepper, his name was gonna be Hope, because her name was Pepper, and we like, my grandmother and my sister were like, did we name her? I was like, no. Like, let's name her let's rename her Hope. And I was like, no. We're gonna keep the name Pepper. So now her middle name is Hope. So it's Pepper Hope. Pepper Hope Rhodes. And this one's just is Judah Rhodes. We don't have a middle name for him. Ezekiel. Don't think we have a middle name for him either. Ezekiel Haru, that's his middle name. Oh no, he's trying to kill. He's trying to tongue me. You're a good pillow dog. You know that. It's the only thing I use for around here. Pillow. Oh shit, that was stuck. Who's a good boy? No. Oh, my boss. Hey, who's that? Who's that? Huh? Who's that? Who's that? Judah, look. Judah. Look, buddy. Buddy, look. Who's that? Who's that? My Wi-Fi is shit, guys. I'm sorry if it sounds bad. Judah. Oh. What do you want, Ezekiel? I'm just gonna stretch out and lay down. Okay. Welcome, viewer. Today we're hanging out with the puppy. The puppy. The puppy. Oh, who's a good puppy? Who's a good puppy? You're a good puppy. Here, bite my hand. Good boy, you didn't bite my hand. The reason why you did is because I shoved it in your mouth, which I did not mean to, buddy. Watch. He's getting better at it. See? Good boy. Who's a good boy? You see, you don't bite. Oh, my boss. See, he has the genes of his. He looks like his mother, but he acts like it's crackhead, like his. Oh, my balls! Oh. I'm kind of streaming right now, baby. Oh! Oh, my balls! Oh! Oh, get over here, fuck! You. Don't step on my balls ever again. Otherwise, I'll lock you in the cage. I'll buy you a cage. We don't need that.
Well, then leave again.
He just bit my nose.
We noticed she was kind of.
It doesn't look like I give to.
Just a slight head tilt.
You back? The little fuck's right there. Don't worry, I didn't kill him. So well here, why don't? Oh, why didn't America? Alright, why didn't? Oh, that's the League of Nations. Yep. Why didn't America join the League of
The
Nations?
League of Nations, created after World War I to provide an international forum to resolve disputes
I'm
and
gonna
to
really-
deter future wars. It famously...
If this guy sends me a copyright strike, I'm gonna be pissed. He's one of my favorite history. So I have Oversimplified and this guy. That's kind of it. Those are my favorite, like, history channels.
None of those things. Perhaps more famous, though, is the fact that the United States, despite its leadership being the most outspoken proponents for the League, didn't join. Which raises the pretty obvious question. Why not? Why did the United States refuse to join the League of Nations? So, like most peculiarities in American history, this one could be traced back to Congress. During the First World War, President Wilson had presented...
Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna say this. Like Congress just cannot do anything right nowadays. Like, well, they can, but it's you gotta get that like 67% of Congress agreeing on one thing. So good luck having that.
Poor world. This included principles like the right to self-determination, armament production, and of course the creation of a League of Nations to arbitrate any future issues to make sure that conflict on that scale never happened again. And Wilson was extremely proud of these ideas, and he was confident that the Democratic-controlled Congress would pass this, and they just lost the midterms. And so, by the time the Versailles peace negotiations were ongoing, Wilson had to deal with a hostile Congress, which wasn't going to pass anything without any serious modifications. Thus, led by Senator Henry Lodge, the Republicans asked for some modifications to the Charter of the League of Nations before they'd agreed to join. The primary issue was that members of the League were required to use military force against aggressive military states if the League demanded it, which Lodge and his peers saw as an infringement on American autonomy. Wilson believed that everything that had been negotiated during the Versailles Conference was fine as it was, and so refused to change anything. In fact, joining the League was bundled in with peace with Germany, meaning that America couldn't formally be at peace unless Congress agreed to both at once. Wilson tried to get around this deadlock not by changing his mind, that would be silly, but by travelling around the country and drumming up support. The idea was that the League would resonate with Americans, who would in turn pester their representatives until they agreed with Wilson. This didn't work, and Wilson never got anywhere with passing the treaty. Wilson was succeeded as president by Warren G. Harding, who at first wanted to join the League, providing it couldn't force America into war. But as time went on, support for the League dwindled, and so Harding signed a separate peace treaty with Germany and pushed for independent agreements to make the world safer. The most notable of these agreements was the Washington Naval Treaty, which limited the size of the great powers' navies. In August 1923, Harding left his position as US President to focus on his new passion of being dead, and his Vice President, Calvin Coolidge, took over. Coolidge was a fierce proponent of kicking the League of Nations can down the road, and he largely tried to keep America distant from European affairs. And after this, the issue had very little importance to the American people, and even less so when Great Depression. The League proved itself to be powerless in the face of Japanese, Italian, and German aggression, which meant that American leadership had no interest in joining such a weak organization. And by the time World War II had rolled around, Americans had forgotten all about it. Although after the war, America would go on to join the League's successor, the United Nations. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and thank you for watching with us.
Which the UN, it's called the UN. It's the United Nations officially, but it's called the UN. But yeah, it's fuck. It's the UN. It's the League of Nations successor. Would it be the LN? Like the LON? What if United States of America National Anthem? Oh, welcome viewer. Today we are just watching in. My fucking god, it's just fucking marvelous. I just can't. Who chatted?
All right, Ducky, I helped you build her like a Ferris wheel. That's so awesome, Daddy! Look at what.
You know what? The American Civil, the first Punic War. Let's watch this. The American Revolution, which I'd say I'm pretty. I think I know the American Revolutionary. Over the Simplified, go subscribe to him. He just released the Second Punic War, Part 1 and Part 2. But he's making a Part 3 because, Part 3. Like, I didn't know how the Second Punic War was gonna end, so I didn't look up anything about it. But today I started rewatching the second one, and I got too lazy because I was like, don't worry, it won't take another year, maybe, hopefully. I was like, you know what, screw it. So I said, who won the Second Punic War? I was like, Rome. I was like, oh, okay. I should have known that because the Roman Empire was like, whatever.
Fun, but twice the cost.
Huh. Which could get up to 40.
Does it look like I give two shits? It is irrelevant. Yeah, no problem. Holy smokes, Christopher Columbus! That is no way to address the king and queen of Spain. What is wrong with you?
Okay,
It's very
so now we're
funny.
looking for a new trade route to
And
India,
you're right.
And the Earth is round,
right.
So I'm thinking we can just sail the other way around the planet, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So I set sail, right?
Mhm.
And I reach India, right?
Right.
Wrong. I did not reach India. I did not.
Okay.
All right. Get to the
No
point.
point. Did you know there's a whole thing of freaking continent? English.
You think I should care about this? Why?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did
I forget to mention that there's gold everywhere. Gold. Yeah, I watched this video many times.
Central America in October 1492, and he had the time of his life. And by that I mean he went on a huge theft and murder spree. He stole gold, jewelry, people, and a hammock. And then he returned to show off all of his riches, including a few previously undiscovered items such as tobacco, the pineapple, turkeys, and a hammock. Now I know what you're thinking, but oversimplified, Columbus didn't discover America.
The Vikings did.
And you'd be partially right. In the 11th century, Leif Erikson was the first European to land in America. But hey, if you love Vikings so much, then why don't you check out today's sponsor?
Yeah, it's just Vikings War of Clans. I'm not sure that game is even still like relevant anymore. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But you can go look it up. And it seems pretty fun. I haven't played it though.
Oh, and get the special bonus of 200 gold coins and a protective shield. Don't forget to look me up and join my Vikings clan under my nickname, Oversimplified. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, Columbus, time of his life,
Yeah.
And suddenly the race was on to explore and conquer the New World. After a couple centuries of warring with the natives and each other, European powers had claimed quite a lot of land, including this area, which both the English and the French claimed as theirs. One day the French said, I'm going to build some forts along here. And the English were like, could you not? And the French said, sorry, but no, I could not. And they went ahead and built their forts, which pissed off the English. So they sent an up-and-coming British lieutenant colonel by the name of George Washington with a combined force of British troops and Native Americans. After a short battle, the French commander said, all right, we surrender. Okay, boys, pack it up. They surrendered. Oh, sorry, was I not meant to split his head open with the tomahawk? Don't worry, it's not like this will start a 7-year-long major global conflict.
What happened next was a 7-year
major global conflict, which Great Britain won. At the peace negotiations, Spain gave up Florida, while France gave up all of its territories in North America. But Britain's victory came at a cost, a £60 million cost. They were now broke, in a lot of debt, and had to come up with some way to repay it. So they went to the colonies and said, okay, listen up. So a huge part of the war was spent protecting you from the French, and now we have no money because of it. So I'm not sure what you're saying here. Okay, so we spent a lot of money protecting you from the French, right? Right. And now we're broke. That certainly is a pickle. Listen to me. We spent all of our money protecting you, and now we need money. Can you please pay us back some money? No. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and tax you. In 1764, Britain introduced the Sugar Act, forcing the colonists to import sugar and molasses exclusively from the British and to pay duties on them. Then a year later, they introduced the extremely controversial Stamp Act, and it worked a little something like this. Hello, shopkeep. Hello, Mr. Bungleberry. Here's the deed for your new shack. Stamp. That'll be 3 pence, please. Wait, what was that? It's the new tax. I get a stamp on any paper documentation I make, and you have to pay for it. Would you like to see this pamphlet that explains everything? Yes, please. Okay. Stamp. 2 pence, please. This is awful. You know what? Just give me a deck of cards so I can go gamble my pain away. Okay. No. Don't do it.
Stamp.
Obviously, the colonists were like, hey, my dudes, this new tax legislation right here, this is BS. Until now, they had enjoyed relative...
Once you hit 30 minutes, I'm probably going to end stream. I'm going to go talk to some friends. Because,
especially unhappy because they didn't have any representatives in the parliament
I'm bored.
levying taxes on them. So they protested. Orators gave fiery speeches. British goods were boycotted, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
loyal to the British found themselves increasingly harassed. The whole thing actually began to take quite a toll on British business. For just a couple of years, the British
Air Force.
repealed the Stamp Act.
Bam.
But we still desperately need money. What should we do? We could try taxing the colonies. Great idea. Wait, didn't we literally just try that and it failed miserably? Man, look at me. I look fabulous. Have you ever seen such a handsome boy? No siree, Georgie. No way. You're the handsomest, smartest, most popular king that ever lived, and everybody likes you. You're doing such a good job. Your Majesty? Oh, you're still here.
Get the
Get the hell out. So in 1766, the British made a declaration saying, we can do what we want because we're in charge and you can all go suck it. Then they levied a whole bunch of new taxes on the Americans via import duties. Glass? There's a tax for that. Lead? There's a tax for that. Paper? Tea? Oil? There's a tax for that. And once again, the Americans boycotted British goods, British business felt the pinch, and the British had to back down.
Alright, this is ridiculous. They're my colonies, and I have to be able to serve.
Oh yeah, I lost my pen.
All the new
So
towns,
just
except for the
start
one
a
in T.
different one,
Also
sorry.
send 1,000 troops to Boston to take control. Oh, and
I'll just get another one from
as
school.
British troops arrived, the tension in Boston was palpable. You could cut it with a knife.
Bring Sally up, bring Sally down, lift them squats, gotta tear it down.
Customs house. More and more Americans joined in.
Oh, Miss Lucy, there you go.
Supported their comrade. Snowballs were thrown at the British. The snowballs turned to rocks.
Oh,
and
oh,
tossed to oyster shells. The soldiers outnumbered. Panic. One thing leads to another, and you can see where this is going. 5 civilians were killed. The Patriot press throughout the colonies declared the Boston Massacre an unwarranted crime committed against the people of Boston by the cruel British, and the anger continued to grow. A British revenue schooner that ran aground in Rhode Island was burned by the locals. When it came to light that the governor of Massachusetts supported the suppression of the colonists, his house was burned by the locals. And next, the colonists would set their sights on the remaining tax on tea. On December 16, 1773, a band of patriots known as the Sons of Liberty, disguised themselves as Native Americans, marched down to Boston Harbor, boarded a British merchant ship loaded with tea, and in front of thousands of spectators, threw nearly 10,000 pounds worth of tea overboard. The British were disgusted, and they punished Massachusetts with a vengeance. They dissolved its General Assembly, revoked their charter, and sent 3,000 more troops to occupy the city, meaning Boston and Massachusetts were now essentially under the direct rule of Great Britain. And oh boy, were the people pissed. The other colonies saw what was happening and worried they might be next, so they called a brain trust to decide what to do. 56 delegates from 12 colonies gathered and met in Philadelphia at the First Continental Congress, and the roll call read like a who's who of America's finest thinkers. I'm talking lawyers extraordinaire Johnny A and Johnny J, experienced military commander George Washington, businessman and future alcoholic beverage Samuel Adams, fiery orator Patty H, guy who married a rich lady Big J Dickinson. And while they weren't present at the first Congress, soon names like James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, and much later Alexander Hamilton would all serve time in the Continental Congress. The question now, though, was what to do about the British. After much bitter debate and disagreement, they eventually agreed on an amazing solution. They would simply ask the British to stop. Can you stop? No, it didn't work. Okay, then tell the local militias to start arming and be ready at a minute's notice. And across the colonies, these Minutemen stood ready for the beginning of the American Revolutionary War. Now, having your colonies in open rebellion is one thing. Once they start arming themselves, that's when it really hits the fan. So British General Thomas Gage ordered 700 troops from Boston out into the rebel-controlled Massachusetts countryside to destroy stores of arms and ammunition held by the rebels in Concord. The British set out in the middle of the night. Patriots, including Paul Revere, went ahead to warn that the British were coming, giving the rebels time to prepare. The two sides met in Lexington as the sun arrived. They faced off against each other, and in the confusion, somebody shot first. The shot heard around the world marked the beginning of the American War of Independence. The rebels were outnumbered and had to fall back to Concord as the British split up to search for rebel supplies. However, more and more patriot rebels started showing up, and this time it was the British who were outnumbered as more fighting kicked off in Concord. The most professional army in the world was forced to flee back to Boston at the hands of local, coordinated militiamen and all along.
Bring Sally up, bring Sally down, lift them squats, gotta tear the ground.
When the British reached Boston, the rebel militias Boston and the British were now under siege as
Let's Air Force. I am an Air Force Junior ROTC cadet. I am connected and faithful to every Corps of cadets who serve the community and nation with patriotism. I earn respect and I uphold the core values of integrity first, service for self, and excellence in all we do. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, school, Corps of cadets, community, and to myself. My character defines me. I will not lie, cheat, or steal. I am accountable for my own actions and deeds. I will hold others accountable for their actions as well. I will honor those I serve with, those who have gone before me, those who have gone before me, and those who will come after me. I am a patriot, a leader, a wingman devoted to those I follow, serve, and lead. I am an Air Force Junior ROTC cadet.
By the way, what happened to that other guy we sent to take the floor? Who? Benedict Arnold. Never heard of him. Ouch. What? Nobody knew what was going on. The colonies were in open rebellion, and for now they even seemed to be winning. So King George fired General Gage, replaced him with General William Howe, and ordered the rebellion to be put down immediately. Okay, the British are definitely going to retaliate for all of this, so we should probably put together a proper army. First,
The good smell of dead cows.
The myth, the legend, George Washington. My friends, I am humbled and honored that you would consider me for such an important role. I did not expect for this. Alright, you've been showing up in a military uniform every day for the last 10 months.
Oh yeah, this just takes you to like how to like enlist the United States Air Force website, like how to enlist, and like the National Guard, Air Force National Guard, Active Duty Reserve, and some other stuff for kids.
They made plans to take the high ground on Bunker Hill, but spies warned the Continentals of the British plans, so they fortified Bunker Hill and set up defensive positions on nearby Greenstown. The day of the battle came, and as the British advanced, a barrage of Continental gunfire was opened up on them. Twice they tried to climb the hill, twice they were pushed back. The battle lasted 3 hours until the Continentals finally ran out of ammunition and had to retreat, allowing the British to take the hill. While technically a British victory, they suffered nearly 1,000 casualties to the Continentals' 400. The colonists showed the British that this wasn't just a rebellion, it was war, and they were ready for it. But one thing they weren't sure about was why they were fighting. While some radicals were starting to throw around the I word, most hoped to eventually repair their relationship.
Independence!
So they sent a letter to King George saying, "Hey man, looks like things aren't going your way. Remove the taxes and let's be friends."
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Send that to the colonies. Your Majesty, your handwriting is terrible. Are you sure? Just do it. What does it say?
He's gonna lick my
Gross.
gross.
So for the remainder of the year, small engagements continued to occur around the colonies. The British burned down the towns of Falmouth, Massachusetts, and Norfolk, Virginia.
Honestly, this is just like an honest like book with like a bunch of pages in it. I probably would use it even more.
Overseas, the British
I should honestly just make that.
The French and Spanish would soon
I'm
begin
big here,
sending
but
supplies to the rebel
for like
cause.
emphasis.
During this time, there was also minor fighting going on between patriot and loyalist militias in the southern colonies. Benedict Arnold was still on a mission to win some personal glory for himself, so he headed up an attempt to invade Canada in a two-pronged attack. The Continentals managed to capture some British forts in the city of Montreal, but a harsh snowstorm with some smallpox on the side saw them defeated and pushed back at Quebec City, and they were forced to retreat all the way to Fort Ticonderoga. Speaking of which, remember all those guns and ammunition? Well, this guy's got a plan for what to do with them. He uses oxen to drag 120,000 pounds of artillery 2 months through the harsh winter, 300 miles all the way to Washington and his Continental Army surrounding Boston. Boom. Washington's got himself some big guns, which is fortunate because up until now his army had been suffering through the cold winter, not knowing when the siege would end. Now they could make a move. Washington wanted to launch a full assault on the city, but his junior officers felt the British were too fortified, and to his credit, Washington was great at hearing and taking on board the ideas of others. Instead, the Continentals worked through the night, setting the guns up on Dorchester Heights,
warm.
overlooking the city, and when dawn broke and the British saw the guns, they knew they were toast. Their positions were completely exposed. They had no choice but to abandon the city.
Okay.
120 ships carried 9,000 redcoats and 2,000 loyalists.
I need another haircut again, so
Washington had his first victory of the war. Washington then moved his army to New York, knowing that when the British returned, they would probably land there. In the meantime, a friendly-looking old man by the name of Thomas Paine had written and published a pamphlet called Common Sense.
Yeah, I can see my hair, that's not good.
Independence from Great Britain. It spread across the colonies like wildfire, and to this day remains the best-selling title in America. It was read aloud in taverns and meeting halls, and brought the idea of independence into the mainstream. Congress began to seriously consider the idea. Thomas Jefferson was selected to write up an official Declaration of Independence, and he went hard, writing that all men are created equal, with certain inalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Of course, Jefferson had over 100 slaves, but we don't have to talk about that. On the 2nd of July, Congress voted unanimously in favor of independence, and John Adams declared that the 2nd of July would go down as the most remembered day in American history. Then a couple days later, independence actually came into effect. The United States of America was born. There was no turning back now. The Americans tore down a statue of King George in New York and melted it down into 42,000 musket balls. To the British, it was treason, and if the king had his way, Washington and all of Congress would be hung. Speaking of the British, guess who's back? The king sent an intimidating force of 130 warships and 25,000 men to New York. Washington knew that taking on the most powerful military
Well, guys,
in the world wouldn't be
I'm not ending here.
The British set up camp on Staten Island.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button in the face. You know, it's the weekend. Hang out with your family. My family's not here. Go outside with your friends. My friends aren't here. Left the yards. But have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.